It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, we have done it. We have reached finish line Friday, and around here, these spots, that means we have got a top tune to be talked about. Lay it on us, Johnny.
Well, yesterday I was reminiscing about my graduation day.
Yep.
May the 23rd, 1978. So I thought I'd dig around in the archives and find out what the number one country song in the land was.
What was old numero uno back in 1978?
Johnny Duncan's classic, She Can Put Her Shoes Under My Bed Anytime.
Hey, look out. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, let me tell you something. For those of you listening that don't know, that's never been in a beer joint, you might have been in lounges or nightclubs or places like that. But if you ain't never been in a beer joint, this is a beer joint song.
This is a beer joint
This
song.
is a beer joint.
Peanuts on the floor, sawdust, jukebox in the corner.
Bloody nose, pretzels on the bar.
10-gallon hat wearing.
Right. Pickled eggs, the old
Boot
beer.
scooting boogie.
Written by Aaron Schroeder and Bob Halley. It was number one for 1 week, spent 10 weeks on the chart. And it was the third and final number one song for the great Johnny Duncan.
Well, there you go.
But let me tell you something.
That's three more number ones than most people had.
And I'm going to tell you, Johnny Duncan was a great performer. He was a great songwriter. But let me tell you, that's a beer joint song.
There you go.
That makes me want to go to the beer joint.
It don't sound the same in an elevator or a socialite lounge.
Not the club, not the disco, not the piano bar.
Not even a sports bar where a bunch of TVs on the screen.
It don't make me want to go in the River Market in downtown Little Rock. It makes me want to go to a beer joint where I'm going to see somebody get their front teeth knocked out.
There you go.
And then
maybe bucked off a mechanical bull.
And then be friends again before it's all over.
Hell yeah, before the night's even done.
And paint your waitress on the posterior,
And then somebody else gets punched in the nose.
That's right. But let me tell you something, folks. That's a good song. And that's a beer joint song. And that was number one in the land the day I graduated.
Well, we're just going to have to look it up.
We're going to have to look it up.
Run a needle
through it. Play it for posterity and old time's sake. And the fact that I had a hangover the next day and had to go to work.
There you go.
I had a lot of hangovers the next day and had to go to work.
Well, sure. Why not? Hey, that's going to wrap up Remember When with Uncle John, not only for the day but for the week. But we want to thank Sherwin-Williams House Paint, Shopper's Guide, and ProMed Ambulance Service for always sponsoring our wonderful little show here. And we will be back next week ready to do it all over again. I guess we'll see you then, John.
But we won't be back for many more weeks, so you better be sure to listen.
You better kiss us while we're here because you're going to miss us when we're gone.
Because we might have some dandy stuff to say before it's all over.
Never know.
See you next week, Kelly.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.